Oak Ridge Church family, it's Pastor Nick, and it's time for our Thursday morning devotional. I want you to take your Bibles and turn with me to Psalm 121. We're going to be looking at verses 1 and 2 this morning. You know, a couple years ago, I had an app on my phone, and I still use it, that would share with me a daily Bible verse. And I would encourage you to download a Bible app and set it up to where it'll send you a Bible verse, a verse of the day type thing. Because it can be a great encouragement, and God can speak to you in a great way when you're in the midst of something you're struggling with, and He just uses that app to provide you with just the right words of encouragement. But this app that I use sends out a Bible verse every day, and one time, about 2 years ago, what I saw was that this Bible verse had sent the same verse, or this Bible app had sent the same verse 2 days in a row. And at first I thought, okay, my phone is stuck in a loop. I'm thinking, okay, what's going on here? And the more I thought about it, I thought, well, you know what? Maybe God's trying to show me something. Maybe God's trying to tell me something through this, and I just need to pay attention to it. Well, the Bible verse that was shared 2 days in a row is the same Bible verse that we're going to read, or verses that we're going to read today, and it's the same song, or the same verses that a lot of times we hear in the song by Casting Crowns, Praise You in the Storm. Now, I want you to look with me at Psalm 121 and look at verses 1 and 2 with me. It says, I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. You know, the great reassurance that we have in this is that when we are in times of need, when we're in times where we need help, like, you know, so many of us are right now with all that's going on in the world, what we can see is that our help doesn't come from the federal government. Our help doesn't come from our state government. Our help doesn't even come from our pastors, our community leaders, our churches, or anything like that. Our help comes from the Lord. Now, He may use the federal, state, or even local governments, or even our local churches to minister to us, to help provide for us, to provide for our needs in a time of crisis. But what we do know is that ultimately our source of provision, our source of help is God, and that God is the one who wants to provide for us. He is the one who cares for us, and He is the one who ultimately is the one where our help comes from. And so in this time where things seem so chaotic, where so many of us are in need of help, and maybe you're in need of help today in some way, maybe it's financial, physical, maybe it's spiritual, realize this: your help comes from God. Your help comes from the Lord. It doesn't come from anywhere else. Now, He may supply it through some way that we may never even think of, or by some friend, or by some other means. But what we know is that He is the one who ultimately loves us unconditionally, and He's the one who's going to provide for our needs. And so my encouragement to you today is this: look for those sources of supply from the Lord, those places where you need help, and realize that He is the one who's provided your help. Hope today's devotional has been an encouragement for you. I want to encourage you to be back tomorrow as we have our Friday morning devotional, and we hope you have a great day.